Hello, it is Thursday, November 30th, 2006. I'm Tori Floyd, and this is the Guelph Humber Beat. An Etobicoke neighborhood gets a scare after razor blades are found in a local park. Guelph Humber does its part by bringing video games to the less fortunate. And you may need to be a bit more careful Christmas shopping this year. Some consumers are getting short-circuited by speaker scams. Welcome to the show. Later, we'll hear from Jessica Smith with sports and Leslie Docherty with our feature stories. But first, here's the news. The Liberal Party of Canada kicked off its leadership convention yesterday. However, it doesn't seem to be a hit with students. Thousands of Liberals flocked to the leadership convention in Montreal to choose a new party leader. 8 candidates remain in the race, with the focus being on the 4 frontrunners: Bob Rae, Michael Ignatieff, Gerard Kennedy, and Stéphane Dion. According to the Toronto Sun, roughly 5,000 delegates and 900 members of the media are attending the convention. Yet even though the story made front-page news, students seem apathetic towards politics.
I don't know. It's not interesting. They talk about things that seem stupid.
I'm just not interested in politics. I never have been.
A new leader will be selected Saturday. In other news, a man is being sought in another frightening case involving a children's playground. Here at Station Road and Stanley Avenue, a man was seen planting razor blades. Police found a half-dozen razor blades in various parts of the play area. Here at Humber, Child Care Services Director Bridget Woodcock says she will take greater precaution in checking their playground.
I think that we are fully aware of what's in our playgrounds, or at least we try to be. Unlike a parent who may not go to a park as frequently, we seem to know our playgrounds inside out.
Police are looking for a male suspect between 40 and 50 years old, 5 foot 8 inches tall, with grey hair and thin build. If you have any information, call 22 Division or Crime Stoppers. On a more heartwarming note, the Press Start charity hosted a video game tournament yesterday in the GH atrium, raising money for children's hospitals in the area. GH Beat reporter Sean Tomlinson has the story.
Guelph Humber students got a chance to escape the books yesterday when the GHSA and the Press Start for Children's Foundation held Press Start to Play in the Guelph Humber atrium. Students paid $5 to enter into video game tournaments to play on the Wii, N64, PlayStation 2, and Xbox 360 game consoles. Andrew Matthews, founder of Press Start, says the proceeds will go towards helping sick children in hospital during the holiday season.
This year we're donating to McMaster Children's Hospital, and we're hoping to give kids in the hospital over Christmas, a little something to look forward to.
Mike Berg, VP of Academics for the GHSA, says contributing to charities is important for both the school and students.
GHSA definitely likes to support those kind of initiatives as well at any time we can. So.
Press Start raised over $500 yesterday and is holding another gaming event at McMaster next week. For the Guelph Humber Beat, I'm Sean Tomlinson.
Guelph Humber might look a little bit different in the new year. Classrooms will be a little emptier next semester as Guelph Humber's first computing class graduates next month. All 26 students of the graduating class enjoyed pizza and drinks with fellow computing students from lower years. GHSA computing rep Anumpama Malik was an organizer of this event.
We just wanted to do something for 4th year because they're graduating and they're not going to be coming back. We also wanted to...
Vijay Nandlal talks about his experiences in the computing co-op program.
Co-op definitely was a big part of our program. We got 16 months of work experience and definitely got some contacts in the industry. So
the first ever computing class of GH will complete their program by the end of December, but will officially graduate next summer. In international news, an alleged den of spies may be cause for the closure of a Canadian embassy in Iran. Iranian lawmakers are accusing Ottawa of plotting with the U.S., creating tension between Canada and Iran. Ottawa's Foreign Affairs Department says there is absolutely no basis for the charges made. In Europe, traces of radiation found in 2 British jets are prompting airline officials to alert thousands of passengers. This is the latest twist in the investigation into the death of a former Russian spy. Health Canada encourages all Canadians who have traveled on the jets to contact its Radiation Protection Bureau. That's it for news. Leslie, what do you have on tap for magazine?
Well, Tori, when we come back, we'll have tips for holiday shopping, keeping slim for the new year, and this. It's Lassie meets Dirty Harry. Find out how Toronto police dogs transform into crime-fighting canines. Good afternoon and welcome to the magazine section. I'm Leslie Docherty. Students at GH are all gearing up for the holiday season. To help you prepare, we have some tips on shopping smart and keeping off that holiday bulge. But for now, forget Donner and Blitzen and take a look at Sheriff and Biter, highly trained police dogs that will be working hard over the break. Sheena Lyonnaise reports.
Guelph Humber is where many students study to become police officers, but their future partners in action are getting a slightly different education. Toronto's Police Dog Services is where our four-legged heroes transform from normal puppies into top cop dogs. German Shepherds, Labradors, and Golden Retrievers are just some of the dogs trained here. Students like third-year Graham Liebold have a lot of work to do before they can earn their four-legged partners, but Liebold says it's worth the wait.
Well, since I was young, I've always wanted to be a police officer, and one of the higher aspirations I have when I become a police officer is to eventually get into the K-9 unit.
The dogs and their handlers must undergo an intensive 15-week course to learn obedience, tracking, and how to search for evidence. Biter, like all dogs, is being trained in general police work. Learning how to apprehend is one of the basics. Other dogs are specially trained in explosives, narcotics, and search and rescue. But it's not all work and no play. When the dogs do things right, they are rewarded with toys. Sheriff has even learned how to jump really high in excitement. Justice Studies professor and retired K-9 unit officer Dino Dario says both students and handlers need to have certain qualities.
Dedication, you know, and being able to have analytical, critical thinking skills.
The dogs' requirements are slightly different. Police Constable Scott Folds has worked with Toronto's K-9 unit for 12 years, and he knows exactly how the dogs should be.
So they have to basically have the whole package. They have to want to work because it's fun for them, but they also have to be sociable. We don't want any dogs that are aggressive towards people.
At the end of the day, the dogs and their handlers pack up their stuff and head home. They not only work together, but they live together too. Every handler is responsible for his or her dog, both on and off duty. Here, both humans and dogs alike not only learn how to become top K-9 officers, but they also earn a lifelong friend. For the Guelph Humber Beat, I'm Sheena Lyonnaise.
It's time to buy Christmas gifts, but if you are thinking of buying audio equipment, be wary of a holiday scam. It's an old case of buyer beware. The old speaker scam is making a comeback, and it's just in time for the holidays. The infamous speaker scam is booming in Toronto, opening shops in Vancouver, and taking your money along the way. The scam, selling speakers for much more than their actual worth, is done out of the backs of trucks and vans around the GTA. The speakers are usually home theater systems, and the victims are told they are worth thousands. These systems are only worth around $200 or $300. Toronto's parks and plazas are full of these speaker men and innocent victims, and the multi-million-dollar industry is raking in your cash.
The stuff they showed me invoice that they're actually around $1,000, so I bought them. I went home, I tried them, didn't work.
The usual story says there's been a delivery mix-up, and it happens to be your lucky day. These salesmen take pride in their convincing tactics, and speaker man of 6 months, Derek Beatty, is no exception.
I win. No matter what they give me, I'm still up huge. I let them think they screwed me. I'm walking with a big smile on my face like I screwed them.
The reason it's called a scam is all in the details. The work orders the guys use, as well as the printouts and the magazines, are made by the company itself, and they're used as tools to make the equipment look that much better. The scam is not illegal. The equipment is not stolen. The most police can do is give soliciting tickets.
Well, if they catch us actually in the middle of a transaction, they can give us a ticket for soliciting, but other than that, they really can't do anything.
By saying the systems are worth so much, the salesman gets you to fork over as much as you can. The speaker scam has been around since the 80s, but most still don't know what exactly it's all about.
Every day I go out, I find 15, 20 people that have never heard the pitch.
Savvy Christmas shoppers should be prepared to be approached and know what to expect. The speakers can make decent gifts for the holidays. Just make sure your bartering skills are up to par. For the Guelph Humber Beat, this is Leslie Doherty.
While wallets may be shrinking over the holidays, many waistlines are not. Christian Dendius has some tips on how to keep off that turkey and stuffing.
With Jack Frost beginning to nip at our noses and the holidays just around the corner, stressed out students are looking forward to a well-deserved break. But while most focus on their studies, busy students should also be wary of their health going into the holidays, something the Humber Athletic Center is busy emphasizing. With programs and holiday plans firmly in place, the athletic department has several ways for students to maintain their rigorous routines. Kyle Ferguson, a trainer at the Athletic Center, likes the off-season plans that Humber has put into action.
We have an incentive program that's going to be running throughout December, which will help people who are in the local area if they can come in, or people who are on res if they're staying here, they can come in and they can participate in that.
But for those going home for the holidays, making into school for your nightly run on the treadmill just might not be an option. Thankfully, we need not worry, as the fitness department is always thinking ahead. Leanne Henwood-Adam, fitness coordinator at Humber College, says there's a lot students can do at home to stay in shape.
I mean, dress up warm, go out for a walk. If it's too cold to go outside, use your stairs. Use things that you have in your house. Climb up and down your stairs. You can do push-ups, sit-ups, all kinds of things at home without any equipment. So you can't use the excuse, I need a gym to go work out.
But despite these great tips, the general thoughts around the athletic center are that student interest is waning, especially during the holiday season. John Farmer, an athletics supervisor, sees the same trends come and go every year.
Christmas season, yeah, there is a decrease over the holiday season. However, when people come back in New Year's, everyone usually seems to have a New Year's resolution to work out and lose the weight that they gained over the holidays.
And while students do everything they can to push away the temptation of a lazy vacation, it's only natural to expect some of them to come back to school with bigger bellies and tighter pants.
With the winter months upon us and Christmas just around the corner, it's important to remember to fight those temptations. Because after all, healthy living is the best gift we can give ourselves this year. For the Guelph Humber Beat, I'm Christian Dendius.
Well, that's it for the magazine. Let's throw it over to Jess for a look at today's sports.
Thanks, Leslie. The Raptors' trouble on the road continues. There's a new shortstop in town, and all your Humber varsity highlights after the break.
Hi, I'm Gene, media technician, and sports is coming up next on the GHB.
I'm Jessica Smith, and here's your Guelph Humber sports news. The Humber men's basketball team improved their record to 3-1 with a win on the road last night at Georgian College. The Hawks defeated the Grizzlies 82-49 with Chris Thompson leading the way with 20 points. The next game is tomorrow night when they host longtime rival Sheridan College. The women's team was also in action last night, playing in their second game in as many nights. The Lady Hawks started the week with a 51-point win over Fleming College at home on Tuesday night. The team continued their winning ways last night with a 69-44 victory at Georgian College. Christina Harst paced the Hawks with 18 points in the win over the Grizzlies. The women currently sit in second place in the East Division. In Humber volleyball action, the Hawks men's and women's volleyball teams faced off against Mohawk last night in a doubleheader. The men's team struggled, losing 3 sets in a row. The loss leaves the men third place in the Central West Division. The women's team fared a little better. The Lady Hawks soared to victory over the Mountaineers, winning 3-1. With some big plays by player of the game, Robin Stafford, the win moves Humber to second place in the Central West Division. The Lady Hawks improved their record to 5-1 on the season. As defending OCAA champions, the Hawks maintain their reputation as a strong team. Both the men's and women's team have a break over the holidays, returning to action in January. In NBA news, the Toronto Raptors dropped to 1-8 on the road after losing last night in Dallas. The Mavericks defeated the Raptors 117-98, giving them their 11th straight victory. The Mavericks were able to win despite the loss of their all-star forward Dirk Nowitzki, who left the game in the first quarter after suffering from blurred vision. Picking up the slack was reserve guard Jerry Stackhouse, who had 23 points. Chris Bosh led the Raptors with 18 points and 11 rebounds. This loss drops their record to 5-10, last place in the Atlantic Division. The Raptors' next game is tomorrow night when they play host to the Boston Celtics. In Major League Baseball news, fresh off the signings of designated hitter Frank Thomas and catcher Greg Zahn, the Toronto Blue Jays have once again dipped into the free agent market. Yesterday, the Blue Jays announced they have signed free agent shortstop Royce Clayton to a one-year deal with $1.5 million. Clayton, a 15-year veteran, played last season with Washington and Cincinnati. He batted .258 with 30 doubles, 2 home runs, and 40 runs batted in. The Blue Jays' attention now turns to pitching, with free agent Gil Mesh and Ted Lilly heading the top of their wish list. That's all for sports. Back to you, Tori.
Thanks, Jessica. We now join Sheena Lyonnaise outside for a look at some beautiful Ontario weather.
Get ready to say the F word, GH, because soon there will be flurries. Our unseasonably high temperatures are making it feel more like spring than the end of fall, but enjoy it while it's here because it's not going to last. Today we'll reach a high of 15, but that will drop to a low of 1 by tonight. It will stay cool over the weekend with rain and a high of 4 tomorrow. Saturday will see a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 3 and a low of -3. The temperature will drop to 0 on Sunday with a 40% chance of flurries. Monday will be mainly sunny with a high of -1, but full-out flurries are expected by Tuesday. Unlike last broadcast, now is the time to bust out your toques. I know I've got mine ready. Back to you, Tori.
Thank you for joining us at the Guelph Humber Beat. For Jessica Smith and Leslie Docherty, this is Tori Floyd. Stay classy, GH.